She was getting me so upset, bro.
You already know it's your girl King coming back at you. With another motherfucking YouTube video.
They're trying to sedate Justin because he's not calm. He's acting crazy. So now they're telling me they're going to take him to the hospital. So now I have to figure out how the hell we're going to get these kids back home. The limo has to be back at the house by 12 o'clock. So I have 14 people with me and shit like that I gotta make sure to get back to home to their parents. So I'm just like, yo, somebody gotta go with him to the hospital. How are we gonna do this? So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna send my brother with him to the hospital. I'm just like, you know what, that's not a smart decision because my brother's not that smart. So I'm like, you know what, y'all go back home. I'm gonna go with him to the hospital because this is partially my fault, but not really, but whatever. So they go back home. Now I'm calling my mom. I was on the phone with my mom while this is happening. Like, I'm like screaming in her ear and stuff like this. And I know that probably scared her. I'm sorry, Mom, for that. And she, you know, she's calling me. My aunt's calling me now. Like, what's happening? What's going on? My aunt's is like, yeah, it could be alcohol poisoning. I'm just sitting there like, no, it's not. Like, it's not no alcohol poisoning. I know what it is, but we're not ready to tell her what it is yet. So now at this point, they're telling me they're going to take him to the hospital. They sedated him and they're gone. And I'm on my way to the hospital. And, you know, my aunt, she's like, well, what's going on? And I'm just like, yeah, we smoked. And he just started acting weird and all this stuff. She's just like a little oblivious to what's going on. So, yeah, we're not going to joke about it. And we get to the hospital and, you know, I got to check him in. Just a whole bunch of crazy drunk people bugging out, like wilding out. And it's just like, it makes me feel like we're in the wrong part of the hospital. But I guess like in the city, this shit is like common. I guess you could say people just go to the hospital to need a place to sleep. And, you know, it was crazy. It was a crazy experience because, you know, the doctors are testing him. They're trying to calm him down. They gave him some Valium and shit like that. So now he's just like bugging out. Like he's just like all over the place. His eyes is like bloodshot red, you know. You know, the doctors was like, you know, that he had ecstasy or LSD in his system. And it's just like, no, he did not. He didn't take any pills. He didn't take anything. All he did was smoke weed. So Doe's Googling now. We're trying to find out why, what's going on, how could this be, blah, blah, blah. You know, they basically waiting for his high to calm down so he can get sent home. My mom ends up showing, my aunt shows up, my little cousin shows up, his brother shows up. So now we're in the hospital. You know, it's like going on 5 o'clock in the morning. We finally get out of there. The whole conclusion was the fact that he was just high and his body didn't take well to him being high. But what the doctors did not tell us, what they should have known and what they should have tested for, which they did not, was the fact that he has sickle cell. And sickle cells are not supposed to be smoking with other people because that's germs. And also, you can Google sickle cell anemia and all that stuff. You can Google that. And they're not supposed to smoke weed with leaf. They're not supposed to smoke weed with leaf. And he takes painkillers, oxys, prescription, their prescription, oxy. So he didn't take it that night, but he had it the day before, so it still was in his system. So he had oxys, he had alcohol, he had weed in his system. On top of him being a sickle cell, he had leaf. So that fucked up his system. That had him all like looped the fuck out. That's why he blacked out. He didn't know what the hell was going on. On top of the fact that he was probably also dehydrated. Like, it was a lot of things that they did not test for. They just automatically said that he had ecstasy or LSD, and LSD is like an acid. So it's just like, nigga, no, he did not do none of that shit. The stuff that was in his mouth was Mentos. Remember I told you earlier in the story he had stuff in his mouth that was Mentos because Calvin had some, Naomi had some, the limo driver had some, Doe had some. I didn't get none because I came straight out the bathroom and nobody offered me no motherfucking Mentos. So that is what happened that night. And you know, Justin apologized to me. He texted me. He said sorry, but he said he does not regret nothing because that's a lit ass night. But he did say that he is not going to smoke anymore. And he is okay. We left the hospital that night at like 5 o'clock in the morning. The next day I was drained. I was tired. I was exhausted. It was just like a lot. And I really thought I was going to lose him because when he closed his eyes and I saw his hand drop, I thought his heart stopped on everything because they said that his heartbeat was 200 miles per hour. So like it was going, I don't think I'm saying per hour wrong. I'm probably saying this wrong, but it was 200. And your heart rate is not supposed to be that high, you feel me? And in the hospital, it was like lagering between 140, 139. It stood there for a long time, like for a couple of hours. And they said that he could have had a heart attack. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like he had a heart attack. I feel like he had a heart attack. Something just makes me feel like he had a heart attack because he kept grabbing his chest. He kept going like this to his heart, like this, like going like this, and he couldn't speak. He wasn't, like, he just couldn't respond to anything. And then when he passed out, it just seemed so unreal. It seemed like a movie. It seemed like a freaking movie. Like, if I get a chance to work with YouTube Red, I would want to make this as a little short movie series, because my life is a movie. I have a lot of things to share with you guys, because that shit was crazy. I don't think I've ever witnessed anything like that. And just losing my grandmother recently, last month, well, 2 months ago, and almost losing him, it was just like a very scary experience for me, bro. Like, it was so traumatizing. But you know, he's okay. You know, I still got his glasses. He hasn't picked up his glasses, his sweater. I don't think he needs his glasses to see. I don't know. But I would have told this story with him, but he don't remember it, so it would have been pointless because he just remembered blacking out. But this video is about 20 minutes. I'm not editing any of this. It's going straight raw dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big ass thumbs up. Share this video with a friend, you know what I'm saying? And subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed, and turn on the post notifications, bro. Turn on the post notifications and go watch my vlogs. I got some heat coming for y'all for the summer. I got some stuff in the work. I'm already writing. It's about to be a lit summer. Make sure you guys tune into our podcast. If you haven't downloaded the app Anchor, download the app Anchor right now, because that's where me and Jordan's also going to be doing a podcast on top of doing it on the YouTube channel, Can We Be Serious Radio. So that's all I got for you guys today. Peace, love, and happiness, and make sure you guys stay black.
My bed.